Ah, and now everyone is here. Hello, Waffles. Very good to see you again. Snowball, you're involved in this? And nice to meet you as well, Spotty. How are you here? I saw you in prison. Dude, really? You already know that wasn't me, Inspector. Don't play the fool. One thing I know not to do is underestimate you, and I'm very confident now you understand the events of last few days. I need to know what you're doing with this laser. Are you going to destroy the entire city? Goodness, no. What kind of mad cat do you think I am? Destroying the city? To what end? There's no point in doing that. I want power, and inciting a little chaos is the quickest way to get it. Cat Town will be under my paw soon enough. These are delusions of grandeur, Snowball. Perhaps for a small-minded cat such as yourself, but for me, this is ambition. No need for pedantry, though. I'm sure you're more than interested in discussing some of the more confusing events from the past few days. That's true, you know me well. I'm grateful for you, you know. I've had so much fun with you lately. You deserve a pat on the back. The laser is ready, and now I'm just waiting for Patches to bring out everyone of the building. We have a couple of minutes to spare. Wait, what did you say? You're not using the laser during the debate? You'll see, my friend. I'm always one step ahead. Okay. To start, we'll go back to the beginning, to the formulation of my greatest desire, control of every soul in Cat Town. Some years ago, I created a corporation of thieves. We secured a large number of assets, became rich, and the police couldn't catch us. Yet I remained unsatisfied. Unlike Robin Wolf, we were not respected. We only inspired fear amongst the populace, and they saw us as a threat. Well, you didn't share money with the poor. Not completely true, dear cat. I paid people to do various jobs for me, some of whom were in need of cash. Unfortunately, they weren't as trustworthy as my original crew. Soon I had an epiphany. I'd never be able to control Cat Town until I literally controlled their minds. No more ulterior motives, no undue fear, no doubting my ability. You're mad. Oh, I know, but it's creative madness and I'm proud of that. I had this wild idea about hypnotizing our fellow citizens. We started simple, reverse psychology, classic conditioning, basic things, but we needed subjects to experiment upon. Ah, okay, so you did your first psychological training on guinea pigs. No guinea pigs, cats and dogs, of course. I took some time, but our first test was quite interesting. We tried, and I believe succeeded in making the subject believe he was someone else. How good was he, Waffles? You've met him. Do you know who I'm referring to? Yeah, your brother. Mallow. Oh, your brother Mallow. He's the one in prison. He believes he's you. Correct. He really looks like me, don't you think? He's your brother, Snowball. How could you let him rot in prison? And I scratched his face for nothing. Yes, that is a shame. Collateral damage, as they say. In my defense, Mallow approached me in desperation many years ago. He was broke, his shop was going under, and he asked me for money. I seized the opportunity, and now he is my very own stunt double. It became very practical setup. He'd be eating at a restaurant, every police cat and dog in town watching him. And on the other end of the city, I would be robbing a shop. That's why you always had an alibi. Now you're catching on. It was one of my best ideas, not even mentioning the other advantages it presented me. Okay, so you said Mallow's lobotomization had other advantages. Lobotomization. We're not such base animals, Waffles. He's my brother. Even if he wasn't the brightest kitten of our litter, I would never put him under the knife like that. But since he was on the team, I made use of him. We made him disappear to another city, and I was able to procure his old shop. And this cotton candy shop, let me guess. This one? You used it as a safe house while Mallow was in prison. You'd hide there while preparing whatever plans you had in mind. Maybe you're a little quicker than I expected. And as you sat quietly in the shop, your brother pushed pancakes off a rooftop. I must tell you the truth. We conditioned Mallow to be like me. Before this incident, I told him to hurt Inspector Waffles. He surprised even myself. He understood that killing your partner would hurt you more than just a physical wound. You're much too compassionate, Waffles. It's your weakness, a target on your back. Ouch. Nothing to say, friend? You are the most cowardly and pathetic cat I know. The sentiment is appreciated. Now back to my story. Mallow wasn't the only subject in the first batch of experiments. Yeah. You had a batch of test subjects. Oh yes, we hypnotized a number of cats and dogs, mostly those who nobody would look for or notice behaving differently. Each of them possessed something we felt could use to our advantage, a trait or an object. The Maple Market cashier, for instance. Oh yeah! We knew the shop was located over a sewer access, so we used it as our first safe house. We held our fake cult meetings there too, but you already know about that. Sometimes though, the subjects had flaws. I spent many nights with Mallow trying to share all my memories, but he would just forget the most important one of all. Did you notice it? Yup! I guess you remember what you said then, when Pancakes interrogated you. After catching you on the streets by sheer luck. Nothing is luck with me, Inspector, and yes, of course I remember. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Yup. Mallow didn't know. That's how I knew something was off about him. You would never forget that moment. I knew it would happen someday. Inevitable, really. We have many failures. There was a dog that wasn't receptive to the experiments at all. Whenever we determined why, we never determined why, but sometimes he would just black out. No bother, he was useless anyways. An antiques collector or something if I remember well. Oh, that's Lucius. I've met him. He was hypnotized by a fishing rod. Yes, that's him. Not my best creation, but I improved quite a bit from there. Oh. So how is this all related to Fluffy's death? Patience, Inspector. As I was telling you, I had some inopportune results with hypnosis. It took too much time for how low our success rate was. I was close to ceasing everything, that is, until somebody gave me a peek at what was happening in box furniture. So you went to Fluffy's house, but not alone, with a powerful ally. Yup, it was Pavlov. You needed somebody strong, as strong as Pavlov, but why? Yes, Pavlov was with me, but you know nothing of Fluffy's true identity. But without Pavlov, there is no way I could ever hope to defeat him. Pepper mentioned Pavlov to me some time ago, and when I met him, Pavlov's potential was immediately visible. Clearly an asset we wanted on the team. I knew he would do a thorough job with him, so we used a special method just for him. Classic conditioning and using a bell to boot. Precisely. Took far longer than we imagined, but the retraining was so impactful it didn't matter. He was ready to go by the time box furniture intel had arrived. What intel? It's quite interesting. Did you know that box furniture has an R&D department with an enormous budget? Very high-tech stuff they produce. Odd for a cardboard company, no? They were experimenting on the new technology for collecting info of different boxes. They call it barcodes. You use some kind of laser on it and can edit them on a computer. I can't be bothered with the details, so who cares? I mean, wouldn't the cats just be attracted by the laser itself? I'm just if they're cats. But during the initial test, the laser made a red dot on the wall. Oh my god, it's right here! All the scientists in the room went crazy. They were jumping all around, fighting like primitive animals. It was even more effective on dogs. It triggered their desire to hunt prey. That sounds terrible. I would never want to be like that. Oh dear police dog, don't you worry. You might enjoy being a bit more feral. So just to be clear, you went to Fluffy's house with Pavlov, and under your orders, you threw Fluffy through the window. Yes, and I found some interesting info in his computer, which led me to who had possession of the laser's blueprint. You stole it and murdered that cat in the street. Oh, you're finishing my sentences. We must be made for each other. Okay, I get that you were behind these two murders, but you're wondering about the fake leads, yes? Yep. Sure. I'm quite proud of those, you know. What would you like to know? The Polaroid? The fake Polaroids are both victims. Of course. Those were for Patches. I planned on you being out of the picture by the time he found the second one, and, without you or Pancakes, well, none of us were surprised at how poorly he handled the case from there. All of which was the second part of my plan. Patches would believe that Maple was the next target. He didn't stop to think twice before heading to Maple's office, and so off he quietly went. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think my audio froze. Wait. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I clicked on this, so I had to skip a part, but My audio capture just freaked out and froze, and I thought I lost everything, so I was a little worried. I'm sorry. Let's find out Snowball's plan. Okay. Myahaha. I know. I'm quite the genius. Any other false leads you'd like to discuss? What else did he have? Yep, fake leads. So we had, secret cult. Okay. The secret underground cult. That was especially made just for you, Inspector. I needed to make sure I wouldn't be disturbed while stealing the ruby for the laser. It was the best way to keep you out of my fur. You're too much of a threat to my plans, and the only one who could challenge me intellectually. Well, besides Pancakes, of course, but I don't need to paint you a picture now, do I? Why not just kill me, though? For the fun of it, Waffles, it was far more enjoyable to watch you stumble and falter and lose the respect of your team. I'm not a psychopath, after all. Debatable, but please go on. I know you leave no stone unturned. Your personal life may be a mess, but you're a perfectionist when it comes to detective work, even if you do have minimal respect for procedure. So why not simply plant some fake clues in your case? Sure, it needed extra time and planning. Getting into Irwin's house, or finding 30 cats for a cult. A lot of preparation was needed. But I knew the payoff would be worth it. We must enjoy the little things, you know. It really was a treat to watch unfold. I almost owe you thanks. I should have known better. I should have seen through those clues. Oh, don't blame yourself. I did incredible work orchestrating all of that, and you really couldn't have been expected to know any better. The plan worked to perfection. We had the ruby, the cannon was ready and secure, and everything was going very smoothly. We decided to lay low for a bit and headed to the nearest safe house. But when we arrived, we saw both of you there with Pavlov, leaving the cotton candy shop. So I did something I detest. I changed my plan. You had uncovered too much of it, so I decided to deploy the laser as soon as possible. And I suppose you thought the same, so here you are, trying in vain to stop me. You got that right. Too late now, my friends. We're only waiting on Patches to let everyone out because of the pending threat, and then, showtime. We'll initiate the laser and create what I love most in this world, chaos. I can hardly wait. It's such a powerful feeling, one that I deserve for all my hard work, but Patches is being a bit slow, as you can expect. So while we're waiting, I guess it means it's my turn to ask questions. I hope you'll be as respectful as I was and answer with complete honesty. Sure. My first question is a simple one. Why did you go see Mallow in prison? Why did you want to interrogate him? To what end? I wasn't linked to Fluffy's death after all. DNA. Actually, I found a hair in Fluffy's office. It belongs to you, DNA match and all. I see. In spite of perfectly executing every step of the way, the only betrayal was my own fur. One of my crew secured a key pass that would allow me through Fluffy's bathroom to the top floor. Pavlov couldn't have done the job on his own, so I had to be there. Oh well, it doesn't matter anyhow. The only difference is that you had a small preview of my return to the spotlight. Ha! You knew I was involved in one way or another, but how did you find the safe house? How did you make the connection to the shop? That was what? The sweet smell. Spotty picked up a sugary trail back at the station, and we followed it without any idea what we'd find along the way. It's your little friend here who did all the work. I wasn't expecting that at all. And why would that be? Spotty is a talented sniffer dog. No, not that. You have never been the type to ask another police cat or dog for help on a case. But you're not ashamed to call your little mommy, are you? Do you know how many times you called her during your investigation? One. Yeah, just the once. That's pretty good, I must admit. You only called her when you absolutely needed it. You're definitely the best inspector in town. Thank you! Anyways, ever since Pancakes fell from the roof, you devolved into a loner and milkaholic. But good for you, Waffles. Happy to see you back on your paws. Such a shame you've got other issues to deal with though now, yes? Wait. Do you hear that sound? That's the sweet music of a crowd in motion. It's time to start our little machine. Pepper, are you ready? Don't forget to shield your eyes from outside. Spotty, you know what to do, remember? Cover your eyes! Don't look at the laser! Oh, I didn't realize we were tied up. Yes! Did we do it? Are we good? Nice! Ha ha ha! I have the last laugh. A couple of weeks later, yay! The day is saved! Awesome. Oh, hi, Patches. Hey, hi. Can I get everyone's attention? As some of you know, I've decided to leave the department. I've been on the force for more than 10 years, and now it feels like the right time to do something different. While investigating Fluffy's case, I made a lot of mistakes, like a lot. And I know everybody goofs at some point, but I want to be honest about how my abilities with myself and all of you. To be frank, the situation could have been a lot worse. Without the dedication we saw from Spotty and Waffles, if not for them, I could have made an even bigger mess. I owe them both the debt of my gratitude. I was worried they'd get along like cats and dogs, but I'm very happy to see I was wrong. Oh, sure. You're welcome, Chief. Pixel, you too. Everyone who works here, really. I'll miss each of you. We'll miss you too, Chief. Do you know what you're going to do? I think so. I always say to everyone I meet that I'm a gourmand, and it's time to put my food where my mouth is. I'll see you all soon enough. You aren't gonna say? I'm curious. No, it's a surprise. But you're all on the invite list. Croissant for Peanut, cinnamon coffee for Mocha, hot dog for Spotty. It'll be my treat. Speaking of, has anybody seen Spotty? I'm not sure. Let's find him before celebrating. A good idea, Chief. Now we're cooking with gas. One last pun for the road, eh? Forever and always. You'll be missed, Patches, by everyone here. No need to be sentimental, Waffles. It's time for me to head out. Before that, let me introduce to you your new chief. Everybody, please give a warm welcome back to Pancakes. Oh, that's awesome! Hey everybody, I'm not good at making speeches, but here we are, so I've got to do it. Mayor Cookie is going to be joining us later, so one long and tedious speech will be more than enough for all of us. Friends, you cannot imagine how happy I am to be back here with each of you. Just being able to work again is a treat. Many times I thought it would be impossible for me both physically and emotionally. But you were all so kind and gracious to me while in recovery. I will never forget what you all have done for me. I feel better than I have in a long time, and I can't wait to work alongside the team again. We're going to do some amazing work for our city. And that's all from me, for now. It's time to enjoy our party. I'd like to propose a toast, but wait. Waffles, could you go find Spotty for us? I don't want to make a toast without our favorite sniffer dog. Oh, yeah, back in a minute. Okay. Spotty? Hey, Waffles, how you been? I haven't seen you at the Metal Heart lately. Oh, hi, Cha. Yeah, I've been doing some DIY work at the apartment. I'm gonna take better care of it than I did before. But I'll be back to the Metal Heart soon. It'll be good to hang out if you're gonna be there, but what are you doing here at the party? Oh, I just wanted to say goodbye to Patches. He came to pick you up from the bar so many times. I feel like I know him almost as well as I know you. Oh, cool. Very cool. Inspector, ask her out. Everyone's waiting. What? You're maybe the best inspector in town, but you have zero clue when a girl likes you. Aren't you supposed to be at the buffet with everyone else? No, Mocha says I'm not allowed near the buffet until everyone has at least one plate. Last time I got there first and ate pretty much everything, people were upset. But that's not important now. You're talking with your friend. I'm not going to interrupt anymore. I've said what I needed to say. I can hear you two whispering. He's not wrong though, Waffles. When are you going to ask me out? Uh-oh. Yes? Do you want to go get a drink sometime? Waffles, I own a bar. That's the last thing I want to do in my spare time. True. Well, you'll figure it out. I'm going to chat with Patches. See you soon. Oh, that was kind of sweet. You mind if I ask you something? Sure, Peanut. Is she going to be your girlfriend? I like her. I'm gonna go look for Spotty and pretend I never heard your question. Spotty! Hey, buddy, what are you doing out here? We're all waiting for you. Oh, I'm coming. Just give me a minute. What's going on, Spotty? I already told you. It's just sometimes I prefer to be alone. Oh, hey, listen. You and I are alike, you know? When I asked you for your help with Fluffy's case, I didn't really want you around. Well, not for too long at least. I didn't think anybody could prove helpful, and I was afraid of getting close to anybody else. But you stuck around, and you were a wonderful friend to have around. You're the best partner I could have asked for. Just don't tell that to Pancakes. Inspector, I really don't know what to say. Well, inside the station, there are a bunch of friends at the party waiting to see you. Take your time if you need to be alone for a bit, but enjoy the good moments when you can. Don't let them pass by, and right now is one of those moments. Oh, Spotty? Earlier, Inspector, did you say we're friends? Yeah, friends. And please, just call me Waffles. Yeah? Oh! Oh! He's so happy! That is adorable. I love it. Like cats and dogs. Oh, and it's the end! Ah, that was a good game. It was. There were some puzzles that were a bit too tough for my feeble little brain, but blindly clicking around definitely helped. But that's okay. Like, I think the more I play games like this, the better I'll get. And I do have a liking to games like this, so it was fun. I don't know what you guys thought about it, but it had some really interesting elements. It had a cool theme. I was wondering how they're going to tie everything together, and I also didn't realize every chapter was just going to flow into itself, right? I thought it was going to be like the Dark Side Detective, where each case was separate. But no, this was really cool. I genuinely had a good time. I like the pixelated art style. I don't think I got all the cards, the wool cards, but other than that, I think we did pretty good. Because I know there was the one I didn't get, and I think they said what, there's 4 in total that you can get. So, got anything else, or is that it? Oh, Inspector, how are you today? Hello, everyone. I've got some good news to share. Presenting, oh no, your card album. Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. It's all yours now. Have a good day. Wait, let me check the cards inside. Oh darn, some rare cards are still missing. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't able to find all of them. Oh well, it's still better than nothing. That's it. Thanks for your dedication, Inspector. It would have been interesting to see what would happen if I found all the cards. Too late now, I can't redo the adventure, or can I? Okay, so there must be some kind of Easter egg if you do that, but that is it. That is the end of Inspector Waffles, and I had a fantastic time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ. Let's play.